In his recent book, The Ultimate Question 2.0, Fred Reichheld, the father of Net Promoter Score, or NPS as it is widely known, speaks of 11 US public firms who have been diligent practitioners of NPS strategies and who over the last decade have had a median shareholder return which is 5 times of the US median. However, my own experience of implementing Net Promoter Score in consumer retail and listening to industry peers, it's a struggle to establish correlation between an NPS performance and the business growth or business performance. So while NPS continues to be a good universal measure of customer connect and intent to advocate, it is very difficult to establish a data correlation between a good NPS performance with improved customer retention, increased value growth, or new customer acquisition. And there are a few reasons for that. Number one, over the last 2 decades, with increasing boardroom focus on NPS as a metric, it has slowly moved to being a vanity metric and in most cases is influenced through a combination of incentivization or emotional nudge by the frontline employees. Number two, typically in retail, the response rates for NPS surveys range from 3 to 15%, and even there, it's very difficult to establish that promoters are really the most valuable customers as measured by lifetime value. Number three, while NPS is an indication of the customer's intent to advocate, it is very difficult to establish the link in terms of whether the customer has actually acted on referring to other customers and on the ground impact of those referrals or advocacy. So I was delighted when I read a recent HBR article by Fred Reichheld called Net Promoter Score 3.0. Net Promoter Score 3.0 or NPS 3.0 is a combination of the classical NPS score as measured by promoter percentage minus detractor percentage and a new metric called earned growth rate. So earned growth rate in turn is a combination of 2 metrics, net revenue retention and earned new customers. So net revenue retention is essentially customer value retention, which is measured as sales generated this year by customers who had also shopped with us in the previous year. And earned new customers is sales generated by new customers this year who have come in through a good word of mouth or because of the brand trust the company enjoys. It excludes customers who have been bought through coupons, incentives, promo vouchers, etc. So the addition of net revenue retention and earn new customer sales upon previous year sales is essentially the metric called earned growth rate. And Reichheld makes a point that companies which have a good NPS score and a good earned growth rate would typically see multiples of valuation compared to companies with lesser earned growth rate. My own point about this is while this may be applicable in the B2B businesses or possibly in retail services businesses like utility, telecom, etc., its application to product retail is something that will need to be observed. The other thing is, this could also be a challenge for companies on 2 sides of the spectrum. One, which is companies which have already hit a saturation point in that particular market and for whom acquiring new customers is going to be difficult. And churn being a reality, the earned growth rates are likely to reduce year on year, even though the company performance is likely to be good. On the other side, for new companies or companies which are really growing into new markets where the customer acquisition is likely to be high, even though the word of mouth is likely to be good, the marketing teams of such companies are likely to invest in promo vouchers and incentivization for acquiring new customers. And it is well and likely possible that even customers who want to come through good word of mouth may not be averse to using a promo voucher or a coupon if it is available to them, and so it could skew the level of customer acquisition that has happened on account of customer advocacy. So we will have early days, we will have to watch this space, and I'm sure it will be interesting in terms of how the combination of this metrics is able to give better insights to businesses worldwide. I hope you found this video insightful. Please do follow us at